Hey guys, want to give you an update on the tank. I finally got inside, up and running. It's been cycling here for a couple days now, no issues. Um I guess there's been a lot of improvements since the last time I've talked to you guys. I got the bulkheads installed, obviously, no leaks there. 2 inch and a halves, and then a 1 inch feed for the pump, which I guess we'll talk about the sump since we're down here. I just pretty much copied DIY fish keeper Joey, his design for a wet system. It's just I'll go more in depth in another video and I'll take it all apart and show you guys, but it's just an organizer in there with polyester filling, draining down into lava rock and then going underneath over to the pump. And I used a Current USA. It's really cool. They got a controller here for them. It's all variable power, and the LEDs explain what's going on. And power in, power out, going down to the pump. And haven't really tidied up the electronics too much on it, but I decided to reduce it to 1 inch. I flow tested it with 1.5 inch. I went down to 1 inch, and it still flows over 1,300 gallons an hour with just the 1 inch. It is definitely maxing out my overflows. I have it on about half throttle right now, and it's like pumping them out. I decided to go with clear because I want to be able to see the water flowing down into my overflows, so I can kind of like, it's kind of neat to be able to keep an eye on that type of stuff. And I went with flexible tubing instead of solid PVC because I thought it would be different. It'd be neat. And yeah, so it worked out pretty good. Here's the lid. I haven't really showed anyone the lid yet because I haven't really decided 100% what I'm going to do yet. I just drilled a couple tiny holes to put these cheap hinges on. My overall goal I was talking about was keeping this project cheap, so I wanted to do something cheap. Just kind of, it seals it off decently. I just have this bar in here to hold it in place, but it flips all the way open, and you can see everything going on. And yeah. I ended up going with a little extra waterproofing around the outside edge of the window because it was my own fault. I suck at doing silicone because this is like my first attempt at it on this. And I tried doing a few different things down on the bottom here to try to get the window to like lay a certain way. And you can see I put this like wooden wedge in up here. I cut a 2x4 down. It's a 1/2 inch thick on a table saw. And it makes the tank lay better, and it gives it a lot more support than what the bars give it. And I tried doing that all the way around, and what happened is it pushed it in at a weird angle on the bottom from where the silicone actually set up, and it pushed it and it shifted the silicone a little bit. And, well, I wouldn't say shifted the silicone, but it just, because the pressure from these bars down here made it different than from when it dried, because I was putting pressure outwards on them when I was trying to let the silicone dry. So the silicone didn't dry in the right way for me to change it after it already dried, in essence. So what happened was I put the boards in there and I started filling it up, and I had like these slightest, like it wasn't even a drop. It was like a wet spot started like appearing on top of the silicone in one little spot on the bottom. So what I did is I drained the tank back down. You can obviously see, like, and one of my friends was also picking at the silicone too, so that didn't help. So what I did is I came back in with what I got the idea is this flex glue. I use it on my RC boat, which has had a lot of high-speed crashes, upwards of 75, 80 miles an hour. And I've had some serious cracks in that hull. I know the hull was a vulnerable spot in that boat when I got it because I plan on going to a carbon fiber hull. Long story short, I used that stuff to fix the cracks in the hull, and it did really well. And it seals up the boat extremely well. And I also use Flex Seal, which is the pretty much same company, makes both products. And I got the idea to try, instead of using silicone, to just like go over silicone. I was like, you know what, I'll try this product and just do a pin patch on where I have that like wet spot on the bottom, and it worked amazing. I filled the tank up. It was awesome. So it gave me the idea to just do the whole window in it, and I really liked the way it like laid out. What I had available was white. I think they make a couple different colors, and I was just like, white will look okay. So I went pretty much just like right over the silicone and like kind of just like made it look a little bit better because my silicone job sucked, in my opinion. There's a lot of room for improvement. And then I went over it with the Flex Seal. I took the Flex Seal and did a nice coat. I covered the window so it didn't get too messed up from spraying the aerosol. And it's sealed up extremely good. I'm very happy with it. So that is my, I would say that was my first fail. I also put these guys in here too. There's a little piece of rubber. I took like 1-inch hose and like cut it in half and like 1-inch length pieces. You can kind of see it here. And then, so I would say my goal for this project was to get it on the first try without leaking. I would say I would count that as a fail because I didn't quite get it perfect on the first try, but you know what? That's why we try things, so we can fail and try it again. And like I said, I haven't really decided for 100% what I'm going to do for the lid, but I did, however, get the lighting, and I wanted to show you guys this. I ended up going with LED strip lighting, and I have a remote here. I bought this off Amazon for $35. It's fully waterproof. It came 32 feet of LED stripping, and it is really bright. And you can adjust it. You can adjust the dimness, all sorts of different colors: blue, green, red. I'm just using straight white for now, and I'm gonna dim it down probably. I mean, this thing is super bright, and the water's really cloudy right now because I'm cycling the tank and whatnot. I got some things going on, but it was pretty cool. We just ran it around the inside, and it came with a sticky backing on it, and we just ran it. You can see where we just ran it around the edge of the lid, and then we also came in and put a couple like little C-clamps, and we drilled upwards with some screws, and I siliconed over the top of them to waterproof them and seal it up good. And so there's no exposed metal on the inside of the tank either. And also little nibs were sticking out, so I covered them in silicone. And then we drilled a hole over here for it to come out in the back corner of the tank. It comes down, Velcroed, all zip tied up, and it goes right into the outlet. And I also, this is another thing here too. The controller is Velcroed on, so for ease of taking everything apart, I can just rip that off and set it to the side. And yeah, the tank's coming along good. No complaints. I tried getting some PVC fittings so I can do my water changes down here, but it's a custom thread and size. So they make on Amazon, they make an IBC tote reducer down to a garden hose, so I bought that the other day. I'll do a video on the exact cost of everything, but we're looking right in the $300 range for everything, maybe a little north of that. Yeah, it's been a really fun project so far. I'll do an individual video on the sump. It's 50 gallons. But if you really want someone that's going to explain it a lot better than me and going to have a lot better edited videos than me, I would just go over to DIY Fish Keeper Joey and watch his video on how to make a wet sump, because that's pretty much what I did. And I don't have any of the plumbing yet for the inside of the tank because it hasn't come yet. So they're just straight up. Oh, the bar's in the way. Let me move this bar. The bulkheads are just bare right now. They're just shooting straight in. So I did not get a chance to put any of the inside piping on yet, inside fixtures or anything. I got some lock line coming and stuff, but yeah, it's doing good. It's holding water, and it's cycling the water. You know, it's doing good. I did find out the pump will outrun, no matter what the water level is, well, to an extent, but the water level that I like in the sump and in the tank. With 1 inch line, it will outrun these overflows, 1.5 inches. So if I want to max the capacity of the pump out, I'm going to have to go with 2 inch lines, but I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm going to drop the water level down, and I'm going to try a few other things, and I'll probably be able to get that pump to max capacity with the 1.5 inches. We'll see. I haven't really played with it a whole lot, but the little I did play with it, everything I did, I was just maxing those overflows out. But yeah, so this is my setup, and I don't think I've mentioned, but I'm on well water, and I take my hose and run it into this filter, and it has a filtrate. I think it's 5 parts per million I can get down to, because I got like some rust in my water and stuff. So I just hook my hose into this guy, and then that's how I fill my tanks. So, but we filled it. It's cycling. We got colors. Strobe my fish to death, I guess, if I want to, with all the fancy stuff on this controller, but we'll try to make sure those buttons don't get hit once we get fish in there. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy this little project. I'll be bringing more videos and updates on this as I learn more about it, because this is the first time for me. So you gotta understand, I'm probably not gonna get it right on the first try, so I'm just trying my best to get everything worked out. And like I said, I gotta work tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow night I can do a sump video for you guys. I can maybe finish off the hood or the lid and figure out what I'm gonna do there. And possibly for a project in the near future, I'm going to do some kind of cover on the outside of the tank. I'm thinking about maybe doing like some kind of like board, and then like maybe covering it in tile, making a custom hood for it. You know, making it, you won't even be able to tell it's a tote. You know, you'll just see lighting. And I was thinking about maybe playing with once I get the inside, aquascaping it, maybe doing like a 3D background or something. Yeah, just trying to, you know, further this project and keep the expense low on it for now. That was kind of the overall goal, was to just do a functioning tank that's going to be cost effective. And like I said, if I turn off the garage lighting, this thing really, really pumps out. I am really pleased with the LEDs. They're really cool. I can't be more happy with them, and I think they're going to give me exactly what I'm looking for. The lighting mounting too, I'm not like 100% sold on having on the inside of the tank, but it is 100% waterproof. And it is up out of the water. It's away from everything. So we'll see how it goes. I might change it. But for now, it's got this little piece of driftwood up here. Been toying with that. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoy watching my videos. And I will also be dipping into some other stuff too, like I have a lot of hobbies, and I already have a couple of videos of my RC boat up, and I've ran the crap out of the thing since I've given an update on that over a year ago. So 2 years ago, I think. So I want to do some RC boat videos. I'm going to show you guys that stuff, and because that's a lot of fun, you know, enjoying the water sports and stuff. It's pretty neat to get out on the lake and run that thing. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this, and hopefully before too long, maybe we can be dunking some fish in this bad boy. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.